Hey guys, this is Lee Small, and you're watching CMS TV.
And what is up, everybody? I am back once again. It is Chris Akin Presents. I, of course, am Chris Akin. He, of course, is Erik Ferentinos. And it is time to waste some time with Chris and Erik. What is going on, my friend? Long time no see.
Man, I'm so excited that you're back, Chris. And I don't. Can you smell that? Do you smell something?
What do I smell?
Let me see. Let me put it a little closer. How about now?
There it is.
We have such a badass show tonight.
You knew the foot was coming back, right?
Oh yeah, the clown of the foot.
That's right. Well, we do have a great show coming up tonight. In a little while, we have the mighty Joe Stump, the guitarist extraordinaire, that will be joining us to talk about the new Alcatraz album, Take No Prisoners, which is out on May the 19th. But Joe Stump will be here to talk all about that. And I'm sure you, as a guitar player, might have a question or two for...
Well, it's funny. A lot of people didn't know, but I used to be in an Alcatraz cover band years ago. And our whole had to drink a 12-pack before we went on stage, and we were called Alcatraz.
Nice. Yeah. Alcatraz. Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago, you performed from Alcatraz on this show.
That's right. Got some good feedback. I heard everybody enjoyed my fill-in for the first segment last 2 weeks ago now, but yeah, Exploder.
Yeah, Exploder and Terminator checking in.
He gives his regards.
Too funny, man. So yeah, we will have Alcatraz on, and then we're going to go a little different direction tonight. We want to kind of start expanding the show a little bit from just music. So we will sort of talk music, but we are going to talk collectibles, not toys, but collectibles, with Tony Simerman, who is the CEO of Knucklebones Collectibles. Which
do you see this?
I see that. Look at that.
We're the rebel, yeah. They cry more.
Ow!
Ow! Dude, Billy Idol and Steve motherfucking Stevens, baby.
Steve Stevens is awesome. Now, so as a guitar player, as somebody that does this for a profession, right, is Steve Stevens one of, if not the most unheralded guy from the 80s?
He's one of those magical guys, you know what I mean? Just like it took a while before people even found out how he did some of the cool sounds on his record and Rebel Yell. He had like a little toy space gun. He'd be like,
yep.
You put it right on the pickup of the guitar.
Yeah, dude, I remember, like, all my friends hated Billy Idol. It was one of those things. All my friends were like in like the whole Van Halen, Doc and Rat camp. Okay. You know, at that time. And then I was weird because I was a little fruity. Like, I listened to a lot of stuff that the girls liked, which, call it fruity all you wanted. The girls came to my house to listen to music where they avoided my friends to listen to their music. So
they were at the Chris Akin dance party after school.
They certainly were. And I had no problem whipping out a Prince record or something to be like, yeah, come on over here there. Annette.
Erotic City, come alive.
That's right. Exactly. And be working. Next thing I know, I got a bra off at 14 years old, fucking feeling up a girl in
Were you good at that? Were you good at the bra?
Yes, I was.
I was freaking terrible at that.
I was very good at it right from I just knew that right under there was fucking teenage goodness. And I was like all for it.
It took me like 100 bras before I figured out the different codes.
You never practiced like on your mom's bras or nothing?
Yeah, I practiced on my mom's bra.
I did. I absolutely did. Dude, I
didn't even think to fucking do that. That's weird.
I'm going to tell you how I thought to do this. My mom, of course, kept Cosmo in the bathroom. So in addition to beating off to the Cosmos, I would look at the Cosmos, just kind of looking at Cosmo in the bathroom. And every single issue of Cosmo was a chick sitting in a chair with great tits on a chair, just sitting there.
Right.
And I just got the idea. I was like, well, let's see how that can play. And me being as fruity and pervy as I am, when mom and dad weren't home, I would take one of my mom's bras and I'd put it around a chair. And then I would kind of straddle the chair the other way and practice reaching around doing the bras. So by the time I was 14, I still remember I was 14 years old. And the first time I got to a place where I could actually get a girl's bra off, I was a pro. It was like, it was almost like snapping my fingers. It was like, done.
He's a magic man.
Yeah. And I just remember that girl looking at me going, ooh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Right. On bra one, you were that good.
Meanwhile, didn't have a clue from there. That was great as to get the bra off. Then it was like dive, all fucking jumping in full speed without any patience at all.
Full Flirbert mode.
Oh, it was, she was like, I don't know. She came off like a St. Bernard after a fucking 20K. Just all slobbered all over. It was a mess. Nice. But it was fun. And I got that bra right off. And she never fought me the entire probably 3 months that seemed like forever that we dated. But, yeah, I was good with the bra from minute one. Wish I could find me a bra now to get off. But that's another story. So, yeah, man. So how's things? How's things in Camp Pearcy?
Good. Well, since last time I talked to you, we were in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
So that was interesting. Stayed at a pretty cracked out motel over there. I probably forgot to tell you to add that to the show today, but I think while I was there, I told you I happened to spot what I thought was like a Coke spoon snorting device or something that was in the chair.
Wow. No, you didn't send me that.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Well,
no.
Yeah, to me, that's what I thought it was. It was like a small metal thing and a cylinder shaped thing. And then on one side of it, it had like a little shovel, would appear to be a shovel. And then when you turned it around, it had this other kind of holder. It looked like one was for somebody who doesn't do a lot of blow and you just want to give them a little bit. And then the other side's for the more experienced people. Like that's what I assumed it was. And it was like jammed in the chair. Something had glimmered in the chair next to the bed. I'm like, what is that? And I thought it was a wallet. Well, hey, no, but it wasn't. It was like this thing. And I'm like, ew. Oh, it's supposed to be some Coke thing. And I know I sent it to some people and I thought I did send it to you. Maybe I'll find it.
I didn't see this thing. Yeah, send that over. Okay. Dude, who books these? Steven or Jason or who books the hotels?
Well, Jason Green advances the shows. So this place though, in his defense, Jason's defense, it sounded like a decent place.
Okay. I mean, it just sounds like he's going on Travelocity and doing the fucking bidding. Here's my bid, $10 a room. Let's see what we come up with. It's like every week you have another, bloody stain on the microwave. Now you got a Coke spoon in a chair. The fuck?
Oh yeah, it's I will always find something. Let's see. Okay, Chris Akin, and then I'm gonna go into my photos here while I'm talking to you.
All right.
So I found this thing. Now, interestingly enough, one of our friends, Chris Bush, who I was hoping would hook up with you. I guess he hasn't called you yet. Maybe he's been busy. I know he is an attorney, so he could be busy doing attorney stuff.
Sure.
But he actually saw the thing, the Coke spoon thing, and he explained to me that that's actually a manicuring device that they use to get in the cuticle and what have you. I'm seeing how long.
So even without Coke, it had funk of some sort on it, probably.
Oh yeah, it looked like dried up meth on it.
Oh,
that was on the spoon. So I think somebody was freaking using it for that.
Oh.
I
Dude,
know I'm close.
how do
Oh,
you
here it is. I got it.
are you emailing it to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna email it to you.
All right, that way I can put it right up on the screen.
Right. I'm sorry. I should have totally had this done
That's
even
all right.
sooner.
It's all good. Hey, we got plenty of
Okay.
time.
Nice. Right. We have 2 hours to get it over there.
2 hours to kill.
Right. But I
Oh my
love
god.
finding shit. I have fun with it. Did it come there already?
Let's see. Probably take a minute because it's a photo, but I'll see in a minute. But
When
yeah, I
was I at
mean,
the Travelers Inn? Rock and
yeah.
Roll podcast asks. Uh, I actually totally forgot the name of this place, but it was what it turned out to be is an extended stay type
Okay.
scenario where the
Yeah.
majority of people there actually freaking live there.
Oh,
So
like the La Quinta or one of them places that's
I'm cool with La Quinta.
okay.
You said that like a gringo, by the way.
Well, I am
However
a
you
gringo.
pronounce
Look at me. Look at me. I'm as white as they come. It's the
How did you say it?
La Quinta.
La Qui- no,
It's the
say
La
it with me.
Quinta.
Quinta. La
Quinta.
Quinta. La
Quinta.
Quinta.
La Quinta.
Okay, no, we'll have to work on that. But
I've
that
never
place is
yeah.
good. I don't mind La Quinta. That's like
Uh,
they have good breakfast there and all this. This place didn't have shit. They all they had was like some kind one thermos thing with coffee in the lobby, and then it locks you out of the place. You always have to put your key to get in, so it's a little sketchy over there.
oh boy.
That's Austin's one of those places that's really gone to shit.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
really?
over
Really? Because I used to love
yeah,
going to Austin.
right.
I used to work and when I worked at a company building trouble ticketing systems, it was the dumbest company ever. It was based in Ohio, but almost all the work was in Texas. So
Wow.
literally Monday through Thursday, I would fly to Texas, come home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and back on a plane Monday to go install another system. And I did that for like a year. And so I spent a ton of time in Austin. Great city.
Yeah, and the
Great.
people in Texas are awesome. You
Yeah,
know,
they
the
are.
residents and everything. That's not
Mhm.
what I'm talking about. It just seems to me that progressively the homelessness has gotten worse, and just I don't know, man. It's just gotten sketchier over the years. I lived there in 2003 for about a year,
Is it
and
just the LA people moving to Texas?
maybe that is what's happening now. You know, I didn't see any police anywhere actually, but I don't know. There wasn't any like crime that occurred while he was there. Although I think there was I think Jason Green's mom called him and said that there was a serial killer on the loose or something like that. And they were like went on some hunt, which you'll probably see on his show
Right.
in the future. I kind of forget most of the shit that happens. I watch his things sometimes just to go, oh yeah, we were here or there.
Do you remember
Uh,
where you went?
right. But we get there. This place had no breakfast, no food. It had like a snack machine. That was it,
Right.
which I really just got waters out of. And it didn't look like you could really walk around there. Like Austin has like service roads by the main freeways,
Okay.
and it just looked sketchy at night to walk. So I was like, well, guess I'm not getting dinner tonight, you know, and just drank some waters. I found the Coke spoon. Did you get that rocking
No,
yet?
it didn't come through.
It really didn't come through yet.
No, I did not get it yet. And I got all those movies and stuff you sent me. So it's
Yeah, it seemed like sometimes there was a slight delay. Right, it hasn't shown that it went yet. I will even do it again.
maybe
Before
that's
the
why.
oh right, right. Well, we'll see here. I'm doing it again. Here we go. Chris Aiken. And then we look it up. We get the
There,
Coke spoon.
I got it. Not just now it came through.
Okay, well, goddamn it.
All right. Well, let me open image in a new tab here.
We're not just a radio show. We need visuals here.
We need visuals. You're damn straight we do. You know, we're a semi-pro show.
I need some visuals from you, babe.
There it is. Oh.
Yeah, you gonna tell me people aren't doing drugs with that thing?
Yeah, that like a little scoop on the end there, like right here?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so you could dip that in like a little baggie of Coke and just
Yep. Yeah, for if like you can't, you're somewhere and you need a hit, you know.
Yeah, now what is this other side? Is it like a hard edge or is that a
That'd be
little
like for
scoop
that
too?
girl who doesn't usually do it. That's with you, that you know.
Is
You
that
just
like
give
a
her a
little
little bit.
scoop too? Is it a
Yeah, it's like
scoop?
it is a scoop, but it's like a
Oh,
smaller kind of scoop. But then like my whole drug fantasy was ruined later when Chris Bush was like explaining to me that he says that's a device women use for their nails.
Okay.
So I was like,
I
well,
can
even
see
that's
that.
disgusting. It looks like a
Yeah.
torture device for nails. I mean,
Yeah. And what's that middle part to like rub like they would rub the scales off their feet or some shit?
oh god damn it. You would have to say that. I didn't even think about that. And I'm holding it right there.
You know, one of those like you know, like they have those like if you got feet that get those like real hard, what do they call that? Callus or whatever on your
Right.
feet. Then you just take that edged part there and just rub it on your foot and scrape that callus
Like this
off.
one.
I couldn't see, it was moving way too fast with those.
How about
with
slow
that-
motion?
Dun, 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 dun. That's it.
That was the slow-mo.
The slow-mo of it. I could see the callus very clearly. Oh, Joe Rico, what are you thinking here? Look at this. The long pinky
nails used for the cokes. Yeah, that's what I said, Joe Rico. Rico, which means smooth in Espanol for those who don't.
That's Rico.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The way I pronounce it with La
That's the
Quinta.
way you pronounce it.
That's Joe Rico.
I'm pretty sure it's Rico.
I'm sure it is Suave.
But that chair you see behind in the background, it was like in the top right corner of the cushion there. I just my eye kind of caught it. And I go, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah. And yeah. So
Lucky you. You just keep winding up in these awesome places with all this fucking. You could have a garage sale just of fucking junk that you find at these places.
You know what's really sad is no. I think I was gonna say I think I took that thing home, but no, I threw it away. See, I can't even. That's one thing I'm not allowed to do. My doctors told me that when I was in the hospital last year. They're like, "You can't do coke. You're on beta blockers and you'll die."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, all right."
Well,
which it's not even. I don't recommend anybody snort drugs anymore because with all the fentanyl out there, you're taking a big.
Well, not only that, even if you know that it's clean, you're still 50, bro.
Right.
You can't be doing coke at 50.
Ironically,
I know some do, but I'm just gonna say,
agreed, dude.
It's pretty damn dangerous to be doing coke at 50 because let's face it, if you're in the best of health, if you're in the absolute best of health at 50 years old, you're one of those guys that runs a 10K every week and have since you were 10.
Right.
Your heart is still half clogged.
I was in the best of health. I was in the worst of health. You know what? Yeah. All I know is I don't know how much longer you and I are going to be around. We make the most of it. What I love about my new health crisis is that I've ceased to give a fuck what anybody thinks or, they'll come and get me. They're going to whack me or bring it, motherfucker. I'm going out anyway. Might as well be with this extended.
That's it.
So,
yeah. And I mean, in my state, they've allowed carry now. You don't have to even get a CCW anymore to carry. It's open carry here in Ohio.
Right. Probably nobody's stealing anything anywhere anymore.
They sure as fuck ain't stealing nothing out of my car. You know, I don't know if you saw, but right down the road from me, they're going crazy in here, down in Akron tonight because they had some. I don't even know what it's about because I don't pay attention to news. But some sort of grand jury didn't indict somebody that fucking did something to somebody. I don't even know what the story is, but. They're going fucking ballistic down there tonight and probably burning the city down. But when I was out today, it was with that Taurus judge right by my side. It was like, you may burn that car down and you may burn that car down. Sure as fuck ain't burning my car down. Not unless you want to get your head fucking sawed off. You know, fuck you.
Wow. It's like a horror movie. You might as well just stay home and have your groceries delivered.
No, at this point, dude, I do for the very most part, but I've been in bed so long. You know, I mean, 3 months, 3 solid months of laying in bed. So now any chance I get to get up and get out and, you know, breathe some air. Like I worked outside in my front yard for a couple of days just because I could, just because I was able to sit up and not be laying on my back. And
What'd you have to do in your yard? What yard?
No, yard work. I don't do that thing. Please, dude. That's what I pay people to do.
Oh, you were working in the yard. I remember you posted a photo, actually. You had like a nice foliage around you and you're like, birds were chirping and you were.
Exactly it.
Getting
put
Chat GPT to write your stories for you.
pretty much, yeah. No, I did. I just put up the laptop and just worked from outside. But yeah, Colin, let me answer this question real quick. Yes, Colin, Joe Stump will be on in about 10 minutes. We will be having Joe on. Relax. But while you're here, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Chris Akin Presents. We don't promote our own shit enough, but please subscribe to Chris Akin Presents on YouTube so that you get our show each and every week, not just when the great Joe Stump is on. How's that? Please do. Anyway, back to business. Yeah, man, I was since I'm able to get up finally after 3 months of this stupid shoulder and everything else going on with it, my health falling to shit. It was nice to just get outside, breathe some air, drive the neighbors crazy with the new Metallica record.
Dude, it sounded good when I heard you guys playing on the CMS.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good record, man. It's definitely I know there's a lot of haters out there that are like, it's boring, it's too long, it's this. You know what? These guys are in their 60s. They're not going to sound like Master of Puppets. They're a rock band now. They're not a thrash metal band. If you accept the constants of Metallica and listen to it for what it is, it's a big, fat, meaty, strong record. It's what it is. So just accept that for what it is. I know Lars can't play anymore. No shit. I think we've all figured that out. Lars
plays great in the studio.
Well, so could I if I only had to hit one note at a time and somebody will put it together. And I'm sure that's what happened. I'm positive that they worked on it studio-wise to clean it up. And I don't care. I'm not Eddie
What about
Trump.
they just played live on Jimmy Kimmel. Did you catch that?
I saw a little of it. I saw like the first night when they played Lux Eterna. I mean, they can play. I mean, they can play their songs. And
I heard him do Master of Puppets, and it was
and
pretty.
It's not.
I didn't listen to the whole thing because it's goddamn 10-minute long song, but I listened to like the first few minutes, and it sounded great.
It sounds fine. I mean, Lars doesn't play speed anymore. He's found a way to reduce Master of Puppets to a 4/4 rock tempo. But I don't care. I don't care. They still sound. When I see other bands that are out there doing it very poorly, doing their old classic material very poorly, and the worst I got to tolerate is Lars kind of being halfway shitty. Fine. I don't care. I'm going to go see Lars. I'm going in November. I've got tickets to see the Detroit stadium show. I'm going to go. I was only going to go for the Pantera night, but I'm so pumped up now from 72 Seasons that I'm going to go both nights. I'm going to go the first night, and I'm going to stay in a hotel in Detroit and do nothing because I'm sure not going to walk around that fucking war zone.
No.
But then I'll just, because with the tickets, you get Friday night and Sunday night tickets to Metallica. So I'll go Friday night and then I'll hang out in the hotel room, probably do the CMS from a hotel room. And then Sunday I'll go to the Metallica show with what is it? With like Five Finger Death Punch and Ice Nine Kills. Why not?
There's Five Finger Death Punch on all 3 nights, or is it just 2 nights?
It's 2 nights over 3. It's 2 nights over 3 days.
And they get a break in the middle. Yeah,
the first night is Metallica, Pantera, and Wolfie Van Halen. Okay. Second night is Metallica, Five Finger, and Ice Nine Kills. So basically, if you want to look at it, first night is for the old people. Second night is for the younger people. That's kind of how that breaks down. And for me, I like Five Finger enough to stay. And I was going to just go the one night and just come home and just eat the ticket for the second night because I don't care. But now I'm so into Metallica again that I'm like, you know what? It's a giant show. I mean, it really is a giant show. And it's Metallica, other than Pantera, my favorite band ever. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go check it out. And I'm going to, I'll see it for 2 nights. It might be the last time I ever get to see them. Who knows?
That's right.
Or it might be the last time I get to see them where they're good. That's the other concern I have is eventually they're going to fall down the hole that everybody else falls down and start sucking.
Or literally fall down into a hole because Metallica is not probably one of those bands even though they did it with Cliff in the early beginning of their career, I
Mhm.
can't see him now touring as Metallica without Kirk and Lars and James.
No, this
So if
is
something happened to any one of those 3 guys, which could
it's
totally happen,
yeah. I
they
mean,
would have to cease to exist live,
yeah.
you know?
And they're not young. They're not young. Hetfield has made it, while not saying it, he's made it pretty clear he doesn't like doing it anymore. You know, the whole crying on stage and everything else, having emotional breakdowns and shit. It's like he clearly doesn't. I'm convinced he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Sure.
I'm convinced that he's doing it because of the number of people that work for Metallica now.
Right.
Dude, I watched they did an event for Amazon in December, I think it was, maybe January. And it was like a broadcast, just a live concert broadcast of a show. And at the end, they ran the credits. Dude, the credits were 9 minutes long. 9 minutes. And the entire time, it wasn't one name scrolling. It was hundreds of people. Here's the stage guys, 30 people. Here's the sound guys, 30 people. Here's the lighting techs, 30 people. Here's the management company, 30 people. I was like, my God.
It's a monster, yeah.
It's some kind of monster, as they say, you know. But
Have
yeah,
like
it's
20 semi trucks.
yeah, it's a giant business. The business of Metallica is
That's right.
huge. And I honestly think that James Hetfield just doesn't, you know, he knows if he steps down, he puts out of work 100 fucking people. And more than likely it's 100 people that he's, you know, gone and seen their kids born and gone to family barbecues with. You know, these are the people that have been with him 30 years, 40 years. So, you know, to just say, okay, well, I'm done now, so you all have to go and, you know, go get a job or whatever, and you're all in your 60s. He probably just doesn't want to, you know, that's tough.
And they're so successful.
Yeah.
I mean, they really don't. I mean, because I don't care what level or however money, like touring is rigorous, whatever level you're at. You still got to go through the logistics of it all and the flights and this. You can have your own plane. It doesn't matter. You still got to get on a plane and deal with all that shit. And he doesn't have to do it. Those guys never have to work another day in their lives. So it says something about them that they do take into consideration all the people that depend on them, and then all the fans of this thing they built up. At some point, though, he's going to have to probably retire because how long can he, you know, keep yes sir, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
At 70, 75.
And the unique thing about Metallica to just about any other band, and I'm gonna put them ahead of even like the U2s or the Rolling Stones or any of those bands, and put Metallica alone on the island. Metallica is the only one that has truly cultivated new audience as they've gone.
Sure.
Metallica has as many 20 and 30-year-old fans now as they do 50, 60, 70-year-old fans that started with them. It's weird when you go. The
Rolling Stones were kind of that way.
No, they held on to their old fans forever. You go to a Rolling Stones fan, you feel like somebody broke into the nursing home and let everybody out. I mean, that's how it feels. When I went to see on the last tour, whatever that was, not Death Magnetic, but Hardwired. When I went and saw the Hardwired tour here in Cleveland, there were as many people popping super hard, like it was the greatest thing they'd ever heard, when Metallica played The Memory Remains, as there were people going crazy for Master of Puppets, maybe more. And when Enter Sandman came, the whole room went crazy because that transcended both the old heads and the new people. You know, it's like right in the middle is Enter Sandman, and it's such a huge song, so everybody went nuts. But it was really, for me as an old head, it was really kind of sad for me when I saw the fans losing their shit for Whiskey in a Jarro and Memory Remains.
Did they play Justice for All?
No, they don't play it. That's way too fast for Lars now. Way too fast. They do play it from time to time, but they play it slower. And it's like, you know, they like even like Dyer's Eve. They'll try it. Every once in a while, they'll try it. They'll pull it
Dear
out.
mother, dear father.
Yeah. And then you just see Lars like, just freaking out because he can't play as fast as he used to play. So
Right.
it's quite the thing to see. But I'll give Metallica all the credit in the world. They're still putting out quality. They're 70
Sure.
years old or 65 years old or whatever. And they just put out a 77-minute album with videos for every song. That's a lot of work, man.
It is. And like bands like Slayer have retired, which were kind of in the same time frame.
Yeah.
Definitely not a big selling as Metallica, but still revered as the second down on the big four from them.
Exactly. So
how far behind can Metallica be from Slayer,
I think they're going to hang in for the 8 years and get to 50. 8 years from now is 50. And I think that's where they'll get to. So,
cash out at 50.
Yep, that's it. They might as well. Well, I'll tell you what, dude, our guest, Mr. Joe Stump, is sitting in the green room just waiting for us to stop yammering. So why don't we do that? Let's take a quick break, and we will play a quick spot. We'll come back with some Alcatraz, brand new Alcatraz music, and we will get Mr. Joe Stump on the show next. Right here, it is Chris Akin Presents.